dear friends, I am Zoraya Roses. I am the author of the book Hidden Treasures, and today we are going to study one more topic from the book. The theme is marriage. Topic 27, Marriage, Hidden Treasures. Theme 27. Marriage consists primarily of the separation of the link of the siblings from his parents to join his couple. Marriage was established by God as an institution within society, with the purpose that there would be order in society. The core of a society is marriage, and from there the family is derived. God's design for marriage was a woman and a man, not man to man, not woman to woman. God's design for marriage is found in Genesis, when God first created Adam and from his rib. He created Eve, calling her a woman, because she was taken from her body and her purpose was to be the ideal companion and help, according to the plan of God. Within the divine order, man is the head of the family and woman was created by God to accompany and help him. God's plans were for Adam and Eve to form a family. Adam would be the authority, guide and responsible within the family, and Eve, on the contrary, will be subject to the direction of Adam. Family hierarchy. God. Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel. Family order is not possible without an established hierarchy. Here we see in a very simple way the hierarchy that God establishes as we described above. Adam under the authority of God and Eve under the authority of Adam. Finally, the children are under the authority of their parents. This command order is known in any organization. The boss does not submit to his employees, but the employees submit to his boss. There is an order to respect according to Ephesians chapter 5.22. Wives, submit yourselves unto your own husbands, as unto the Lord. God warns us wives to submit to our husband in everything as to God, for the correct functioning of marriage, and thus respect what God has already established. The head of the church is Christ, and Christ is the head or authority of man, and man is the head or authority of the woman, and of course children must obey both father and mother. The condition that God places on man with respect to the woman is to execute that authority with love. He speaks of treating women like a fragile vessel and treating her with honor and loving her as her own body. This is the balance that God establishes. That man loves his wife and that the wife respects her husband. Man must execute his authority with love, with honor, and treat her as a more fragile vessel. When a woman obeys her husband, the man can easily honor her, but on the contrary, if the woman does not obey him and is rebellious, she hinders the role of the husband to love her, and an endless fight takes place. We see this in the book of Esther. When Vashti disobeys King Ahasuerus, and a new law had to be established in the kingdom due to this disobedient behavior of Queen Vashti in order to confirm the order of the kingdom. It was ordered that man confirm his authority over his house as a decree of the kingdom. When the king's decree which he will make is proclaimed throughout his empire, for it is great. All wives will honor their husbands, both great and small. Esther 1.20. Then he sent letters to all the king's provinces, to each province in its own script, and to every people in its own language, that each man should be master in his own house, and speak in the language of his own people. Esther 1.22. When there is rebellion or disobedience towards the authorities that God institutes. It is when there are conflicts within any institution. The same happens in the family when both the children do not obey their parents or a wife refuses to obey her husband is very destructive. The laws of God are eternal, and we live in a new and liberal society that does not want to recognize any authority, and much less the sovereignty and the divine order that God establishes. Therefore we see so many divorces and destroyed families. This modern and liberal society does not attend to divine commandments. If you want to have a happy and stable family, you will have to trust the order that God established in order for you to have a family according to the heart of God. Hidden treasures. Wives, likewise, be submissive to your own husbands, that even if some do not obey the word, they, without a word, may be won by the conduct of their wives, when they observe your chaste conduct accompanied by fear. Do not let your adornment be merely outward, arranging the hair, wearing gold, or putting on fine apparel, rather let it be the hidden person of the heart, with the incorruptible beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is very precious in the sight of God. For in this manner, in former times, the holy women who trusted in God also adorned.
Ok, amigos, es todo por hoy. Nos vemos hasta la próxima.